Very good morning to all the learners of Master of Arts in Sustainable Science, the Gandhi National Open University. Uh, it's going to be a very experiencing journey for all of us, since you are the first batch of Master of Arts in Sustainable Science. In fact, if you look from the national perspective also, you will be the first batch of Master of Arts in Sustainable Science across India, right? So I know the session was supposed to be last Saturday, but due to some last minute meeting, some of your learners was very angry on that. Ethically, I was not happy with that kind of response because most of our learners are very, mature. And since when we are offering this program of postgraduate diploma in sustainable science from the last 3-4 years, so they are well matured. Because sometimes, some of the things are not in our hand, and due to that emergency and some of the things we have to cancel last minute, right? So we should not mind it. And instead of using harsh language to us, I think we have to understand each other. The reason why I'm sharing with you, all of you, is when in the process of learning sustainability science, the basic principles what we have to follow to achieve sustainability is first understand the ethical value. In fact, I'm happy to share that the very much meeting was, I'm trying to, from IGNOU, we are trying to, we are trying to even streamline this subject of science. That's why that was an important meeting which I have to run and to meet some important person in other that university, right? And that is related to sustainable science also, right? There are a number of things we are discussing on in our WhatsApp group. So I thought that, okay, when we have something in front of us, we have to openly discuss on all these things. And I know some of you are the first, probably will join this course, and it would be the first course you are joining in open distance learning system. As a teacher here, as a coordinator here, as an academic here, our role is restricted to academic support. And most of this, activities related to teaching learning process, which is a part of this offering the program, is their responsibility lies to another division, which sometimes is not under our control, right? So that's why sometimes we have gaps of communication, gaps of understanding. So to bridge those gaps, let us try to understand what is our teaching learning process. And before coming to that, let us have a quick look into what basically we are going to learn in this Master of Arts in Sustainable Science in our journey of teaching learning process in the coming 2 years. So I'm sharing a screen. Right, I'm sure you must be able to share the screen, right? Okay. So first, after you have enrolled in this program, and from the last almost 3-4 years, Indira Gandhi National Open University is looking towards energy efficient, effective way of teaching learning process, beginning from our admission process. So to minimize the impact of our activities on the environment, means towards a sustainable way, we try to use the modern information communication technology, beginning from your that's admission process till that giving of degree. But it is a slow process, as you know. In India, you cannot compare with other countries who have less population, right? Even if you look into the university system in India itself also, ours IGNOU is enrolling more than 13 lakhs per year, right? So not compare with those university, that female university, even in our country, with about 15, 20,000 students. So there are sometimes you will see the difference in giving, some efficiency also, right? So that's I want to put, and so towards a sustainable society, we started already universities implementing this online admission process. So after having online admission process, I know due to one another reason is due to this global pandemic of COVID and a restriction in this social distancing and other norms, we are not able to respond some of the students' query in time, especially in the beginning from other division. I know most of you have waited the response of your confirmation of admission to your admission process more than 1 month, sometimes 2 months. Those things are not in our hand, particularly as a teacher. So we, in the back end, we also try to request the concerned division to respond to the student at the earliest. So they did it. Since magnitude of that application is very large, and they have to, as per norms, they have to verify all the documents, in soft copy. So that is one of the reason sometimes delaying in response. Another 1-2 years, I'm sure the efficiency will be increases. So let us looking forward towards the direction, right? Then, after getting database from the concerned division, and first you have already received one confirmation mail of your admission from the concerned division, and the second part to have a more interactive and most effective teaching learning process from our student support service system of IGNOU, means especially from our school as a program coordinator from our sustainable science team of IGNOU. We sent you a welcome message that explain about how to go about what are the existing teaching learning process. First, I just want to share with you, with all of you, that there's some confusion between or among different students, because some of the students say you have opted for soft copy, some of the students they are opted for hard copy. The hard copy who are opted for hard copy, if I'm in your place also, I will be worried if after submission of application more than 2 months, 3 months, or almost 5 months, if I'm not receiving any of the study material, that will be a big concern to me as a student, right? But this is handled by another division, right? We know this always have as a program coordinator, we always have a responsibility, right? But we try to focus our responsibility in giving academic support. That is also academic support, but giving classes, interacting with the student. That's right. Whenever we share to, we requested to them, they also, for some or other region, they also start in one or other process. But in my knowledge, understanding, whenever they receive the concerned database from the concerned division, they immediately started the dispute process. So we have, as a teacher, I have a knowledge of this gap of understanding, gap of this effective implementation or timely response of the concerned division. So we thought that why can't we have another additional facility or additional teaching learning student support service system, so that they can utilize that for the time, right? That is the reason why our National Center of Innovation Distance Education, our special cell of IGNOU, we from the last that was around 2019 September October, we developed this web-enabled academic support system. Right. In between, I just want to request the student who is using iPhone as user ID requested to change your this iPhone into your name. Otherwise, Rita, we have to remove those who do not use their name, right? So that is why when we send our this welcome message, we explain everything over there. We write in detail that please go to our web-enabled academic support system, explore. And unfortunately, what happened? Most of our learners, this is a human character that we are going to learn our sustainable science subject also in the first course also. We are very impatient. We want everything in front of you within half minutes, but we are very lazy in exploring the things. You know, it took more than 2-3 months to finalize this BIAS portal, but none of you never try to explore or utilize this. Instead of that, you learners started to type in the WhatsApp group. We form the WhatsApp group for certain important discussion, which is not available in this BIAS portal, which is not possible, which is not available in another student support service system, right? But what happened? You start right there. That is the, I don't know, as a learners, including me also, we have that kind of, enthusiasm, passion. Okay, I want to explore something. What is there? What I have to do? What are the gaps? If there is gap, we can suggest in a constructive way. We can criticize in a constructive way. That is that kind of, characteristic as a learners of sustainability we should try to have, right? So if you look into this BIAS portal, you see I have shared this screen, and I'm sure you must have already looked into that thing. Most of the information is over here, and few of learners they sometimes they send me that private message that where is second year class this study material. You are in the first year, and we already said that you are the first batch. And we have already put, even in their assignment also, we have already put here, assignment will be available soon. Because of some compulsion, we are not sharing the assignment, right? The issues is, this is we try to look, we can share whatever information we have. We are ready to share everything. But the point is that we have to understand from both the side, as the end user, means as a learner. Put off your microphone. This is what I want to say, that we are joining in a course postgraduate level, that is the master level. We must try to learn. There's some of the, sometimes mistake was at that, but we have to understand all this. So this is exactly what I want to share with all of you. Sustainable science, the basic principle is co-generation of knowledge, co-participation. You are here not as a student, I'm here not as a teacher. Sometimes I have to be a learner, sometimes you have to be a teacher, because that is the reason why we are having counseling session. You are from different background, academic background. Some are expert in some area, like some are sociology, hardcore sociologists, some are hardcore medical graduate. So we need to bring all together and learn in a holistic way. Sustainability is not the point that you have to become a person very rich, not to make a person very healthy only. We have to maintain everything. We have to balance everything. In the same way, as a student of sustainability science, we have to learn everything from an holistic perspective. So With this, let us look into what is our program framework. Is I told you, and when you use the keyword sustainability science, I assume that most of you have that kind of experience in expertise in one or other discipline or one or other academic background. And if you look into our profile when you are sharing, introduce yourself, most of us know that they have vast experience in some specific field. So when you Google use these keywords as memory science, you will be able to understand the basic principle. What are the possible approaches? But here we are going to learn those principles as an academic degree, right? So in the first year, you are going to learn 9 courses. Here, I just want to share with you that what I'm doing, please don't do that random experiment over here. Otherwise, better not to take the class. So in the first year, we have 7 courses. In the first year, we're going to learn the basic fundamental principle of sustainability science, means about sustainable development and sustainability. In the second year, what we are going to learn is what people we have the basic fundamental principle we learn in the first years. We're going to look those principles and apply those principles in some major ecosystem, in some major social issues. And that way, in the second year, we are going to have, you see here, 6 theory course and the 1 project. So in this year, first year, in the first course, we're trying to learn about sustainability science, where the basic issues of sustainability science is, as you know, the issues of sustainability. And that is why we need to understand before looking into the basic principle tenets of sustainability science, there is a need to understand concept and issues of sustainable development. Then it will be followed by sustainable concept and issues of sustainability science and approaches to sustainable development, the basic principle approaches. Then, as I told you, achieving sustainability, following the sustainable development approach to achieve sustainable development. The sustainability is, balancing the ecology, economics, ethics, that linkages, right? So we are going to, in the first course, we are going to learn about the basic principle and genesis of sustainable development, then sustainable science, then the basic approach to sustainable development, then the principle ecology, economics, and ethics. When we talk about sustainable development, this concept of sustainability, when we talk about sustainable development, it is the word of this origin, the sustainable development is sustainability. This is not a new term. It is already we practice it since generation. Why here is growth of human civilization from one era to another era, or as in a simple language, from Stone Age to that metal age, then from that to industrial era. How agriculture, industrial? Why different growth of civilization is there? To sustain ourselves, to sustain their system. right? So how it happened? As a Homo sapiens, we dominate the world. We dominate the other species because of the power of brain. We are gifted by the God. This is gifted by the God. And the processes, the livelihood we are having is, whatever from beginning of our civilization, we entirely depend or we utilize, or we can say utilize those natural resources. Means we entirely depend on natural resources. Then issues of sustainability comes, the utilization is converted when the process of utilization comes to the degree of exploitation without understanding what will be our next future or next step, right? So in the process, we have seen that we, the society, human society, depend on for our livelihood, for our living to the nature, means natural resources. Now, with the growth of human civilization, this is for what? There is flow of energy. That flow of energy, with the growth of civilization, that energy is converted into monetary value, right? That is economic. So basically, if we look into that, civilization was sustained when you balance it, your nature society interaction through a medium. In modern world, means after industrialization, after that agriculture evolution comes, in the sense that when human enter into agriculture, that civilization, then it has come into your barter system. All this has come into monetary value, right? So we need to balance those things. We need to understand those things. So sustainably, if we want to maintain the sustainability, we have to maintain that interlinkages, the harmony, relations. That's why the course 2 we are going to explore more on ecosystem and natural resources in terms of quality. When we talk about environment science, when we study environment science, those from environment science, you must have known that when we talk about environment science, we talk only on, most of the time we talk about quality, air quality. What is quality? But here's sustainability. When population is increasing, we also need to link those quality with the quantity. So quantification, quality, this needs to be integrated. We have to understand this. So that we are going to understand the issues of natural resources from different perspectives, especially qualitative perspective, also the available or potential of all those resources. Then, as I told you, the society play an important role. We depend on the natural resources. How we utilize those resources, those processes of utilization is converted into or coming to that level which has affected to ourselves, that is exploitation, is because of what? Because of our socio-cultural system. Say simple example. The Indian society, if you look into our civilization, we are very much pro-nature. If you look into Western country, because of the climatic condition, probably their lifestyle is totally different since its beginning. Then their civilization becomes modern in a very fast way. So what I want to say is the culture, society, and environment's close linkages, we need to understand the issues of sustainability, right? So in the same way, the third pillar, basic pillar, is economics. So a pure economics, their understanding of natural resources is monetary value, financial outcome. Whether we are able to understand the indirect value of those resources or those components of the environment which do not have any monetary value. That's called ecological value. So the point here is now issues is already there. We used to balance those nature-society interaction. We use through the medium of economic value in the modern world. But suddenly it has collapsed, or it is going to be collapsed, or it is in the, you can look in different way. But to maintain all those things also, we need to understand what is its different value from different perspective. Because sustainability, as I told you, is nothing bad. Okay, you have enough money so then I can survive. Oh, no, that is not a thing. Then, when we have an understanding of these three important pillars, and if you look back into how our civilization was started, any nature that harmonious relation and any process of degradation is because of what the institution, the governance policies we follow. This can be looked into different way depending upon the situation, depending upon in what age, in which time we are looking. There was a time there was informal institution, traditional institution. So those coming from your degradation to the maintenance of the harmonious relation of those three basic pillars, what kind of institution and what kind of policy governance system have to be introduced? Or when our civilization was managing the nature-society interaction in a harmonious way, what kind of institutional mechanism was there? What kind of governance system was followed? That needs to be looked. So we have institution, governance, and policies, right? Then in course studies models for sustainability, you know, every nation, every society, it may be, you know, a developed society, it may be underdeveloped society. They have their own way of livelihood system. In the same way, when the nation become from a developed to developing country, they follow some or other progress of development and practice, implement number of policy in the program. Some have success stories, some are able to effectively implement, some are not. In their time, say simple an example, if we look into India's post-independence, you know, in the beginning, when we were trying to reform our policy planning for making ourselves from an underdeveloped nation to a developing nation, we implemented a number of policy programs across the country. That needs to be understood from the lens of sustainability, right? What are those policy programs? And what kind of policy program needs to be in this present time if the nation has to groom in a sustainable way? That's why we are going to learn something on the strategies needs to be followed, or which was followed as a case study for sustainability. Then, when we are trying to achieve, we are trying to achieve something or other or when you are trying to do something or other. In your individual life also, challenges is over there. So when we're going to achieve sustainability through the approach of sustainable development, a number of challenges are in front of us. For example, the global issues of climate change and different issues that needs to be understood at different level, from individual level to grassroots level to the macro level, global context. That's why we are having health, nutrition, environment is a separate block, because we need to understand those issues, those challenges at a grassroots level also, right? Then, after having an understanding of the basic foundation of sustainable development, Ganesha's concept and Ganesha's of sustainability science, after having understanding of the status of natural resources, the socio-cultural system, the economic understanding the economic from ecological point of view, understanding ecology from economic point of view, the institution governance principles, then some of the success stories as a models of sustainability, the challenges we are facing. Now we learn that there are certain global common efforts we have already started since 1970s that needs to be understood, especially the recent sustainable development goals. What are the, we know about the target, we know about the goals, but from time to time, as a sustainability ambassador, as a sustainability expert, we need to understand the progress at different level, spatio-temporal way. That is the objective of having this course, MSD019, Global Strategies to Sustainable Development, right? As I told you, the beginning of the issues of most of social issues started from individual level, from the grassroots level. So if you look into global sustainability issue, first major issue challenges is population. So we need to understand the issues of population from an integrated approach and holistic principle. So we are having in the first year this course, population health and sustainability, where we are going to look at the issues of population. Even we are going to look into the present pandemics and epidemics. Here I just want to say something to our learners. See, you never explore, you just type out the thing. See, there, I also have seen this mistake over here. The block 3 title is missing. No one pointed out all this kind of important thing. You are the first batch, and we expect such kind of thing because human errors always happen. So you should join this course not as a student. You should join, okay, I have to do something. Co-generation of knowledge, that's I always tell. So after having understanding from the basic foundation of sustainable development, sustainability, challenges, all these basic principles in the second year, you know, we are going to look into whatever the principle we have learned, whether those principle methods at different, at ecosystem level or the at a different level of this social structure. You can say social structure or environmental factor. Mountain ecosystem play an important role. Aquatic ecosystem, every system play an important role. So we need to understand what is the present status of mountain hill ecosystem, then aquatic ecosystem. Moreover, this the issues of globalization. We can look the issues of globalization in the lens of sustainability into merit and demerit, advantage and limitation. That's what we're going to look. Then, as you know, climate change. As a student of sustainability, climate change, when we talk about climate change issues, the hardcore researchers, they look into scientific perspective. Now we need to look into from the perspective of society, which automatically bring your concept of scientific understanding. Then coming into another application, what we need to understand, the basic application is, in this modern world, corporate play an important role. That's why they have social responsibility. So a few of you must have been from the corporate multinational company or corporate sector. So what are the responsibility corporate can play in bringing the sustainability? Fundamentals of corporate social responsibility will be there. Then, as I told you, and most of us know that number of policy programs are being implemented by different organizations, institutions, government. It may be a governmental organization or non-governmental organization. But whether those project and program, whether they are regularly monitoring or evaluating or not, whether they follow the most suitable approach of evaluation or not, that needs to be understood. So that the basic foundation of monitoring and evaluation of projects and programs will be studied in this MEDS 044. At last, whatever you have learned now, you have 2 years theoretical, in the 2 years journey, you have theoretical understanding of principle, approaches, and a few of the models on sustainable development, sustainable science. Now, you have to assess yourself under a supervisor, under a mentor, your understanding about these issues of sustainability, whether you are capable enough to develop a project, to monitor a project, to evaluate a project by conducting a project work. So that is the basic skeleton of Master of Arts in Sustainability Science. Few of the issues are not taken care. When we talk about sustainability, a number of questions comes from different stakeholders. You have to put these issues. We cannot teach everything in 2 years. And in the future to come, we are planning to put some optional subjects so that learners who wants to go in depth in certain specialized area and want to understand from the lens of sustainability, we are trying to put some of the optional subjects in the years to come. This is what basic skeleton of our course. Then coming into teaching and learning process, there are difference between our conventional system and open distance learning system. In conventional, as all of us know, that we attend the classes and we attend everything, and you have compulsion 70%, 80% that attendance is important. Here, flexibility of I'm sure most of you have looked into our handbook, which we have already uploaded here. You know, in conventional 2-year master means you have to complete in 2 years, right? But here we have flexibility. You have to complete within 4 years, anytime, right? So the teaching learning process, first, you will get study material, right? Self-learning study material, either hard copy. If you do not receive hard copy, even after you opted for hard copy, you download from here. Soft copy is already over here. And I'm sure today in this ICT age, and you can use these in your, you can download in your mobile, you can read anytime, anywhere. I have all this here about your application, that Android app also. Then the another component is we have audio video program, but there are limitation in number, and instead of that, we are having this counseling session, and recorded of these counseling sessions will be available in this mass BIAS portal. Okay. Then evaluation. First assignment, as I told you, assignment we are uploading soon. If we are uploaded the available assignments, right, then in later stage you will say I have completed assignment. And frankly, as a teacher, I sincerely request you that wait for few days. Right, we are uploading it soon. This assignment in evaluation process, it will have 30% weightage. Counseling session I have already talked. Then we have teleconferencing session. That's also because of the huge number of program we are having in IGNOU. Sometimes we do not get slots for Yanders and teleconferencing. Rita? PGTS वाला को ब्लॉक करो. अच्छा. ड्रेस डेकोरम नहीं है. Please take out. Recording भी है. Username PGTSS. Then we have interactive radio counseling. That's also sometimes we are not getting enough slots. That's why we are having this alternative counseling session. Okay, when we talk about counseling session, okay, you may be given additional counseling session at your regional centers, that is Spanish study center. So if they are giving, that's also okay. If not, this counseling session is a centralized one, and we are giving this counseling session online mode in this way, and from time to time we will invite different scholars across all the institutions. Then in evaluation process, the another component is term in examination. The term in examination will be subjective. It will have 70% weightage. Here, I just want to highlight that you may be enrolling in any of the cities across India. In the time of examination, if you are moving in another city, you have the option, you have the flexibility to give examination anywhere in any of these specified regional center. That doesn't mean that tomorrow is examination, I want to go today. No, it has to be when the time of filling up the examination form, right? So, safe learning material, you have to study, you have to attend a counseling session. The recording of counseling session is already available, will be available at this BIAS portal, right? Assignment has to be submitted in this for the time bank assignment and return. Scan copies you can send to our email address. That instruction we are going to uploading soon when you have received the assignment, right? So by sitting at your home, these three important activities you can follow anywhere, right? Then time and examination. We conduct time and examination twice a year. It's right because of COVID. We are not university is not able to conduct on time. As well, our examination calendar is June and December. Right. You are a student of January 2022 session. You are eligible to give examination after completion of 1 year, means you are eligible to give examination from December 2022 onward. Right. If you are not able to give the entire courses in this year, you can give half whatever the remaining in the next year. This is the flexibility. In 2 years, you can complete the course mass in 2 years. Otherwise, you can complete in 4 years. Flexibility is over there. If you are not able to complete in the 4 years, registration, there are some norms is there. Then you have to pay some additional fees. Then you can complete anytime, right? And we have exit, lateral exit and the entry system. You can exit after 1 year with postgraduate diploma in sustainable science degree and enter at any time within the time as per university norm to complete master. And those who completed PGDSS in the last few years, they have that lateral entry, that norms is different. That is about the lateral exit and the entry. And that's I cover about examination also. Then what are the issues? Then these are the basic information, distinct learning processes we follow. Right. Now, I would like to share, session open for discussion. Okay. Session is open for discussion. Rita, take the question one by one, please.
Should we stop the recording?
No.
Okay.
Recording, let it continue. Because
Sir, basically, what we want to know is when will we get the study material, and if at all we will get it. Because if we are not getting it, we will download it and take care. But we should be sure whether we are getting or not. Who will tell us this?
here, I'm sure because you must get to study center.
Because study center we are not able to
No,
contact.
no. Let me finish. There must be one link in this BIAS portal to know the status of your study material. It just must be somewhere. I have put somewhere. Download. Counseling service related, counseling related, assignment related, examination related. Must be somewhere, right? So you just look into. Otherwise, IGNOU, go to IGNOU homepage. Then their MPTT, that site is there. You will find it over there. This is out of our control. That's why Aloy suggests all the learners to opt for a soft copy.
No, if we are sure that we are not getting, we will simply download and print out and start doing it. So, but it will have
that is what I am saying. That's why, as a teacher, this will be my answer.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Because as you know, ethically, I cannot cross over their responsibility. I cannot dictate, I cannot say to them, right? Easily.
Okay.
That's why for the sake of, that for our student, we put our study material over here.
Okay.
For the
So,
time, आ जाएगा.
yeah. So आर्ट्स रीजनल सेंटर को कांटेक्ट करें सर कि स्टडी सेंटर कहाँ से एक्चुअली दिस स्टडी मटेरियल कम्स वी विल कांटेक्ट देम डायरेक्टली एंड चेक फर्स्ट मतलब ये स्टडी मटेरियल अगर आने का है तो रीजनल सेंटर से आता है कि हमारे लोकल वो कॉलेज जहाँ पे स्टडी
नहीं एक्चुअली स्टडी सेंटर आई मीन स्टडी मटेरियल्स that concerned division directly dispatched to your that address.
Okay, from the regional center.
Not the regional center.
No, not the regional center. From in the headquarter, we have material production, printing and production division, MPDD we call it. And from there, it will be dispatched to all over the country, to all the students.
Okay, directly. Okay.
Directly. And you can see the status in the IGNOU website.
So they will be able to tell the actual situation.
Yes.
Okay.
If you are from Delhi NCR region, you can visit.
No, I'm from Mumbai, sir. I'm from Mumbai.
You are from Mumbai, na? Mumbai RC में कौन है? Sir, use the soft copy. हम भी
तो finally वही होगा.
बोल के थक गए क्या करें?
Waiting से अभी we have to start studying now. Yeah. Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
And is there timeline for the submission of assignments?
Yeah, there will be timeline. There is timeline. See, you have enough time. You are eligible to give examination in December. Okay. So you have enough time. And we will try to upload as soon as possible. Because I don't like to, after upload, I don't like to have issues with confusion with the student. That is the reason.
And the assignments have to be sent to you.
Yes, to the email. See, you have to handwritten the assignment. Scan it. Then instruction will be, we are uploading this instruction also.
Along with that.
Right. Okay.
Sure. Thank you.
We tried our best level for an effective utilization of ICT, and so that it will have a good impact or that to the learners also. Because when you send by the by post, sometimes that not deliver on time and spending additional money also. We thought that.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Thank you.
Hello.
Yes. Next comment.
Sir, I just have a small question with you.
Yeah.
Is there a limit to the number of exams you can attend?
No, abroad there is no option for to attend examination abroad as of now, because you joined.
No, sir, no, that is not my question. Okay, now I am having. If imagine I am having 4 subjects each, like for a year. Okay, so during the December 2022, okay, how many exams can I attend? Is there any limit like this?
There is no limit. See, first year, all the examination for first year you can attend.
All exams for first year I can attend.
First year, yeah, you can attend.
Yeah, then thank you, sir.
Will there be contact classes in the local study center? They will inform.
This is contact classes.
Achha, from the online only contact class.
Yeah, online only. Because if local study center is arranging, you can go for that also. But from our headquarter side, because sometimes it's very difficult to get teachers in this area of sustainability science. So we are going to utilize that ICT this approach. Then we are inviting that teachers across all institutions, right? So that we can effectively utilize their services and reach to our learners. Okay. If the local study center is arranging, we do not have any issue. It is up to you. But in the BIAS portal, we will available everything, means recording session also.
And is it compulsory to attend these contact sessions? Is it
We suggest, we encourage. Otherwise,
okay, it is,
we do not. See, simple logic here, sir. If I am teaching, if you are teaching something and you do not see any of the student, then you will be demoralized, right?
okay. So this is advice, you said. This is advice. Okay. But it's not essential for setting in the exam. Like something like you have to attend classes. It's not like
Yeah,
that.
that's why that's the flexibility. Actually, counseling session is not required, in fact, right?
Mhm.
But the point is that this is sustainable science, a new emerging discipline. This is a co-generation, co-learning approach with video, right? That is thing. And my request to all the learners is, see, in the future, what in the future we are going to invite few faculty from IIT, from Delhi universities, and in other institution also, right? When we invite some external expert and when they are devoting their, to give 1 hour lecture, they we devote more than 1 day's study, right? So if you are not attending the session, then that will be an awkward to the presenter.
Yes.
So ethically we have to learn. Then in the process, then there will be, after class, we will have discussion session, and discussions, share your experience, let them share and clear your concept. That is the best way, right?
Okay.
Sir, good morning, sir. Am I audible to you, sir?
Yes, Dr. Manita, yes.
Yes, good. Very good morning, sir. I have, sir, few queries. First thing is this, that I somehow have forgotten my user ID and also the password to log into the portal. And when I'm multiply trying, it is asking me to enter the control number. I have entered the control number. It was mentioned in the acknowledgement slip, but still I'm not able to log in and like how to resolve this thing. This is my first thing.
For what purpose?
Actually, I have read in the WhatsApp information that we have to log into the Vyas portal.
Vyas portal, there is no need for your Vyas portal. That's whatever the email ID. See, you just look into welcome message, right? Digest that letter. You will be able to understand. See, there is no need for anything about enrollment number and anything, right? Isme what we do, whatever the email account you are giving in your admission form, that we activated that to access in this site. If your email is not in Gmail account, you just read in our welcome message, you have to submit us here at PGTS Mass your create another Gmail account and you have to update here. So there is no need for your whatever the issue is raised by you. That's why I always request first, whatever the communication we have sent, you carefully read. Just carefully read it, you will be able to understand it. If in that case also you are not able to access it, share your ID card and other information, then sometimes technical glitch hota hai, so we will reactivate if there is missing link or something. Okay.
So I will be logging into the Vyas portal and looking out all the details that you have explained in the session.
Yes. You just,
and another thing, I actually lost the connection in between. You were explaining about the study material. So the printout, that is the hard copy of the study material, like whose responsibility, whom should I contact to, the regional center or the study center, as in the college name I have received, this is the college, the name that has been allotted to me. Should I go there?
No, the study material evaluation from the headquarters. We have a division called Material Production and Distribution Division. They send directly to your postal address, right? So I'm sure they must have that they already started, and few of you must have already received those study material. So where are you from?
Sir, I'm from New Delhi.
If you are from New Delhi, you come visit to headquarters and collect from here.
So, but then before coming, I must have to check whether it is in the transition on the way or.
If it is transition, also you collect from here. You just write an application. You can. Just come to the headquarters and just write an application. Bring your ID card, photocopy of ID card. Write an application, then hand-to-hand level.
Okay, sir, since I'm working, so is Saturday open university? Can I come on Saturday, the regional center?
Rita, may headquarters MPD?
Monday to Friday only.
Monday to Friday.
Headquarters,
And ma'am, what are the timings, Monday to Friday?
I think you can, before 5, you should reach there. You can carry your I-card and you can request them to give study material to you at MP Ready Maidan Gadi.
Maidan Gadi, I have to.
Yes, Maidan Gadi, MP Ready.
Yes, ma'am, I got it. I can go there and during this time, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. Right. And another question that you have explained, that when we will be getting our assignments for all the subjects. So we have to write the assignments, like handwritten assignments, then photo click it and then submit it in the PDF form. Online submission will be there?
Yeah, details will be available soon. Don't worry.
Okay.
Well, explain
right.
That self-explanation will be there soon. Okay. Explore the BIAS portal.
Yes, sir. Sir, last query. Since, sir, I am also working, so would you be able to give us a tentative time during that which the exams will be, exams will be conducted?
I already explained. We have examination twice a year, June and December.
December. Right. So thank you so much.
Any other? Otherwise, we can wind up the session.
Thank you for the patience, sir. Sorry for the anxiety that we are showing, and don't
worry.
Yeah, because we are also not clear where and what and all. So please bear with us.
Sir, a last question. Am I allowed to ask one more question?
Okay.
I have been reading a lot regarding some project work. So do we have to do the project work in the first year?
That is the second year. That's I explained. That's why I told you, just first explore and have the habit of exploring the BIAS portal. Okay. Iske baad
Right,
पूछ
sir.
लेना. I already
Right, so thank
explained.
you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
Hello, thank you very much. With this, see you soon. We are starting the regular counseling session soon. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.